Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of June. Oh my giddy up, what's going on with you Sagittarius? This obviously doesn't necessarily mean that those things that are on the cards. In the Astroflower, we use the cards as a clarification for the messages more than anything else, because there's so much more in life. This is really a guide more than anything else. So I wouldn't be too afraid of those sort of things. It may be a completely different message rather than just a pure breakup of life around you. So let's get straight into that message here. These are your karmic path. This is your karmic path for your relationship side. This is the karmic path for your money side. And this is the overall energy that's running through you at the moment. This is week 1, 2, 3, and the combining week for week 4. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. If you're part of the Astroflower family already, thank you very much for your support of this channel. And I hope this channel supports you in your life. It's the Astroflower is to help you get the best out of life, no matter what the situation. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it's just a case of subscribing and clicking that bell. It's very easy. Just go ahead and do it. Okay, so let's see here. So it's coming in from the financial sort of side. And I think it comes in later on in the month, more this than anything else. And it might be just a case of it doesn't seem like a catastrophic sort of situation, like a breakup. Obviously that could be a case for some of you, and I hope the best for you in that situation, because it's not easy for anybody. But I don't feel it's like that. I feel it's more of a realization of the things that you don't want to do in your life, on the business, on your job, on your business relation, or your business or projects and stuff. That's what it seems like. It seems like there's a bit of a moment of kind of almost like disappointment in it. Yeah. Okay. So let's just this is on your relationship side. Let's going on that sort of side of things. Let's just see what's going on for you Sagittarius there. It's coming in from the outside world, so it may well be a case of that the outside world, or the people, the relationships that are around you, are causing you stress and strain, and it shouldn't do. It may be your fun-loving side that is just taken for advantage by other people. That's what it seems like. So it doesn't seem like it's a stress that comes from within you. It's more of a case of a stress that's being applied to you from the outside world. And it obviously every situation is completely different, but it may not be a case that you have to worry about their stress, or you don't have to take it on board. That's what it feels like. But if you do take it on board, it's gonna eat away at you. So I think your karmic path this month is to really realize what is part of you and what is part of the outside world, and how you can get those sort of two relationships to work in harmony together. It's a bit of a mechanical week by mechanical month by the looks of it. Let's see what's going on in your first month. This is really coming in from the outside world, and it's really imposing, and it's it may not be for everybody, but there may be someone around you that is just a little bit heavy with their commentary, with their way of being, that just doesn't sit with you. And realizing that it's their problem and not yours can actually free you up. But it seems to be really an imposing sort of energy. Yeah, other people's wishes and desires. So it's a case here to don't forget your wishes and desires, I think, in this whole sort of scenario. Don't forget you've got your path to lead as well. So within your relationships that are around you, it may be a case of not allowing necessarily everybody else to position you. Rather, you position yourself according to everybody else that is around you, I think, more than anything else. And it could be also a way of expressing yourself to others around you, saying what you want out of life. I think that could relieve a lot of the stress and strains from any relationships that you might be having this month. It could be with your family, could be with your friends, your community, could be with your partner as well. But I think in the first week here is expressing those ideas, I think, of how things sit with you. And what is the best way that they can sit with you. Okay, let's and not necessarily being overwrought by the outside world, because that can easily happen, and it can dampen your fires and make you too much air, because you have a lot of air in you as well, so it can make you a little bit too sort of mental, as it were. Let's get on to the second week and see what's going on there. This straightens up a little bit. So if you do this in the first week, if you do sort of express yourself and express your wants and desires and needs and how you how you see relationships, if you express that side of it, I think it's going to make for a much more harmonious second week, where people can reposition as much as yourself can reposition. Yeah, expressing and living that understanding. That's what the Hermit's all about. It's gone around all the houses, and eventually it's shining out its light. And as it shines out its light and its ideals, it will help other people to position themselves. And I think this is the first week, is expressing that light, trying to get hold of it, and then on the second week of being that light. So yeah, it's a very progressional thing for you here, Sagittarius, and I think it's going to take a lot of stress out of your life. Let's go to see what's going on the third week. So this is the solstice week as well, a transition between spring to summer in the northern hemisphere and autumn to winter in the southern hemisphere. This is coming from you now, and I think it's almost the opposite to here. It's like you are now imposing on the outside world. And I think this is kind of saying, okay, I've expressed myself and I've lived it, and I'm not going to put up with the bad stuff anymore. Why should you? Once you've called it out, or once you've positioned yourself, everybody else should be able to position themselves. It should make life a lot easier. And I think this is a case of that you have to stand your own ground. You have to stand your own ground. Can you Adam and Eve it? Can you believe it? Healthy boundaries, self-explanatory. Make sure you get it. You've got a really good possibility this month. It's going to be trying, I think, emotionally trying, but I think you have huge advantages within you, but huge possibilities of overcoming all of this. Let's see what's going on the work front. So it's Six of Pentacles, and it comes from you. So I think you should be asking for a fair exchange from the outside world, and not putting up with being shortchanged, basically. Let's see what's going on in the first week. This is coming from the outside world, but it's much more of a choppy energy, and lots of chops. Lots of little waves rather than massive wave, but it's this constant badgering, I think, from the outside world, and it may be a case like that within your job, that is like they're saying, are you going to accept this job? Are you going to leave this company? Are you going to accept this job? So you might be feeling a lot of pressure from the outside world, from the world around you. Same thing within your business, and it's a case of realizing that you've got to make decisions on this week. So three of wands. It is about making that decision. It is about going on that journey, and at some point you've got to flow with it, and you've got to go it. No choice is the best choice. It is only a choice. It should, in theory, be the evident choice, the evident path before you. If it is the evident path, then obviously you're going to lose certain things, but you're going to gain others. That's what life is all about. And that's what creates a rhythm in life for the journey. So I would get into that journey and get into that rhythm and start imposing your position on that fair exchange, and making and passing of the act. That's what it is within that. Let's go on the second week. This sort of harmonizes a bit more. So it's very similar to your relationship side. So these two seem to be connected. But this is much more of a Six of Pentacles sort of energy here. But I think it's the coming together of two ideas. So once you've expressed your idea that of what you want, of how you want it to progress, That means in the outside world, within the business sense, or the job, or your projects, the outside world kind of going, okay, well, if we do that, then therefore we can do that. And if you position yourself like this, then therefore I can do this. And it's possibilities of tomorrow. I think that's what's going to be put on the table in the second week. So once you've made those decisions in the first week, there's some decisions apparently needs to be made, or positions that need to be taken. Once you've positioned it, then all things are possible. Pigs may fly. And it'd be good to be a little bit dreamy about how the future could be. Don't forget there's still work to be done, so don't get lost in illusions. But certainly allow yourself to be a little bit more sort of lighter than anything else. If you don't position yourself, you may be setting yourself up for an illusion, and that's what that Three of Swords can be about. Let's just see what's going on in the third week. Yeah, this is coming from you again. So it comes into equal, and then it comes from you again. And this is much more forceful, much more along those sort of lines here. It's not choppy, it's concentrated, like a wall of water coming in a wave rather than just choppy waters. And it's like really sticking to your guns here, really, realizing that if you don't win it, it's not worth sticking around for the loss. Yeah, call of action. This is it. This is a call of action in your life, actually. This could be a really powerful month for you, Sagittarius. Very powerful month for you. I think it's a case of we've toyed with a lot of things, a lot of ideas, and now it's the time to do it. And now it's the time to stick to what we said we were going to do and how we were going to do it. That seems really good. If you want to know more about the Astroflower, there's loads of links in the description below. We also go into things on the Instagram as well, so you might want to join us on there. And you can see your flower and etc., and how your elements are made up, your petals. Okay, so this is coming from the outside world, but it's confronting your personal space or your personal life, your relationships, your emotions, and it's coming on a side swipe rather than direct at you. So it's almost as if like it's how you amalgamate, how you bring in other possibilities within your business life, because that's what I think it's coming from. If you go to this call of action, if you head off down that road, then all of a sudden you're going to meet up with other people, with other ideas, with other ways of doing business, with new aspects of your job or your project. And it's amalgamating or integrating those changes around you, or that new environment that is around you, in order to get the best out of it. Okay? Change of fortunes. This is it. As I say, it's coming in at an angle. So it may not be blatant, but it's definitely an idea that once you engage in life, you're going to change your fortunes, and it's going to be in an accumulative effect. It's taking a pigeon step at the beginning, and then after the first two, then you can take a real step, and then you can start running. So that's what that change of fortunes are about. Wheel of Fortune is allowing those fortunes to come into your life, and it's coming in on the business side at a different sort of angle. So there you go, Sagittarius. That looks really interesting for this month here. It's a very hands-on month for you guys this month. I hope it does help you out. If you're already part of the Astroflower family, I do thank you for your support that you give this channel. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it is not complicated. All you need to do is subscribe and click that bell. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.